I feel like every time you talk about him, you're never really that angry. Is it because you see...
I said I don't hate the kid. Then he came out yesterday and said, well, now that you love me. Well, I never said I love you.
This is coming from Conor McGregor. He says the rumors of a bout.
Because usually every day there's a Conor tweet. And usually it's something about a fight that probably could never happen.
He's actually been one of the easiest guys to deal with.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah. Listen, Conor McGregor would be perfect if he showed up everywhere on time. I mean, if he did that, he'd literally be the perfect guy to work.
Doesn't give a
Yeah, it's just, it's all part of his thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, we have a great relationship, and he's been great to work with.
I mean, on paper, this sounds fantastic, right? This is going to be a great fight. But then you think about who's fighting. Arguably two of the greatest marketers in martial arts history. Of course, we have McGregor, who can sell tickets with his eyes closed, and Logan Paul, who's going to use all of his social media power to get everyone under the age of 15 to buy the pay-per-view. And I think every single person knows exactly how this is going to play out. This fight is going to be set sometime in late 2025 or 2026. McGregor's going to start talking shit early, make personal attacks, yada yada. Logan's gonna make it his entire personality and keep posting videos on social media to promote it and also make some.
Dana White's remarks on Conor McGregor fighting Logan Paul have sparked controversy in the combat sports world.
What's going on with Jake Paul, Conor McGregor? Is that fight happening or what?
Probably not, no.
Are you closed off to it completely?
I'm never completely closed off to anything. I used to say that about, things, but I don't say that anymore. You never know what could happen.
So do you think that Jake probably has a little bit more to prove to you as a fighter?
He shouldn't even be fighting Conor McGregor. There's weight classes for a reason.
What if Jake can cut to 145?
he just cuts half of his body off.
Hey guys, welcome to some breaking news, and this is pretty bonkers. This is coming from Conor McGregor. He says the rumors of a bout with Topuria are false. I am in preliminary agreements with the Albani family to face Logan Paul in a boxing exhibition in India. I have agreed. I will then seek my return to the octagon. Now, there is no way I can't see this happening if Conor has agreed, because Conor is going to be the biggest stumbling block. There is no way Logan Paul turns down this opportunity.
I like Logan a lot. Great kid. Who in this room thinks that's a great fight?
He's fighting.
Raise your hands, please, if him and Dylan Dennis is a great fight. I know he's fighting. Nobody? Not one guy?
Then they're going to have these crazy, extravagant press conferences where it gets really heated and they're arguing and they're just going back and forth at one another. And then it's going to be marketed as the biggest fight of all time. There's going to be so much anticipation built up around it. People just can't wait until that. Then finally, it's time for fight night. All the prelims are pretty good. They have like a 20-minute walkout. And it's the most underwhelming fight you've ever seen. And I'll just imagine that Jake wins, Conor gets millions of dollars, and the next day we're talking about the fight being rigged once again. That's exactly how it's going to play out. We've been here like 8 times. Don't fall.
Conor McGregor, a UFC legend, announced he'll face Logan Paul in an exhibition boxing match.
So what happened was, I went over to Ireland. I received some award from one of the colleges over there. So I told all the fans, meet me at the bar tonight. I'm buying drinks. And all these people show up. Everybody keeps talking about this guy, Conor McGregor. For some reason, whatever it was, I don't know why. I was drinking too. But I thought he was a heavyweight. So I come back and I tell Sean Shelby, our matchmaker, I said, this kid Conor McGregor. He's like, yeah, I know him. I've been watching him. Blah, 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 blah. We end up signing him. So he flies out to Vegas and he and I go to dinner together. And I'm fucking like, I'm blown away by this kid, right? So when we leave each other that night, I get in the car and I called Lorenzo. I said, let me tell you what. I don't know if this kid can fight or not, but if he can even throw a punch, he's going to be a huge...
Dana White has called Conor McGregor a unicorn in a sport, praising his fearless attitude and willingness to take on any challenge, which has made him a fan favorite and one of the UFC's...
Conor McGregor is a unicorn. Yes, he's funny, he's got the personality, he's got that thing. But at the end of the day, what people really loved about Conor McGregor, he never turned down a fight. There's video footage of me and Lorenzo standing in his house. He just wakes up in his underwear. He's been training for a fight. The fight's off. Conor spent loads of his own money. We told him, you see him sort of absorb it for a minute. He's like, well, I'm going to the gym. Call me later and let me know who I'm fighting. That's what people like. You can have all the personality and all this shit. People love killers. Conor was a killer. Doesn't care. Doesn't want to know. Doesn't want any more money. Nothing. Shows up and he delivers. Yeah. So, you know, Conor has been incredibly successful. He's made a lot of money, and, you know, he's had his ups and downs outside and inside the octagon. But as for a guy who was, you know, on the dole and was a plumber, he's actually a really smart businessman, and he's been one of the best partners that I've ever had in the history of the sport.
Yeah, and an important part of the history of the UFC.
Big.
He opened it up to all kinds of new eyes.
Yep. He literally...
Logan Paul, a YouTuber turned boxer, has fought KSI and Floyd Mayweather. The announcement of his fight with Conor McGregor has received mixed reactions, with some fans excited and others skeptical.
Bonkers on so many levels. You can already see one of the first reactions to it. Toxplicity an hour ago saying a sex pest and a crypto scammer. Lovely. Merry Christmas, everyone, right? Merry Christmas. Obviously, right now, America is asleep. When they wake up, this news is going to go absolutely bonkers, because you're taking two of the biggest stars in the world. Obviously, Conor McGregor's reputation is in the toilet after everything that he's been through in 2024. I think Logan Paul's reputation has been in the toilet for quite a while. So it's bonkers. The whole thing is bonkers. Obviously, we have seen Conor box before. He boxed Floyd Mayweather.
Did you fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose?
Nah,
What happened?
he didn't pay me. I wish you'd pay me.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You got it on you by any chance?
I have in Nigerian money. I'll give you 10 million in Nigerian money. That's about $1,100. So is that your only loss? Was Floyd?
No, I didn't lose. It was an exhibition, so there's no loser.
There's no loser in exhibition?
No.
So you both are winners? It's like a tie. That's
I
not a
don't
good
know.
feeling. It's like tongue kissing your sister or something. It's not a great feeling.
How many chicks hit you up after the
16.
after the Mayweather fight?
Can I be honest with you? Hey, something changed that night.
No offense, but I saw you up like after you were like flexing after you didn't get knocked out, and I was like, this guy's gonna fuck so many chicks.
Dana White quickly criticized Conor McGregor's decision, calling it a disappointing move. He publicly stated his disapproval, believing the fight was a misstep for McGregor.
What's your brother, 6'1"?
Yeah.
210?
Yeah.
Conor McGregor's 145, 155 pounds.
Oh, he fights that low. I thought he fights like once. I thought he fights like
He's looking a bit
165,
thick now. He's
170.
looking a bit thick.
Yeah.
I think the argument is that he is at such a higher skill level, and that was why Floyd took me on, right?
100%.
I'm bigger, but he's a god.
But what did Floyd figure out? You were so big, and you figured out how to tie him up, and you know what I mean? It's just, there's weight classes for a reason.
Yeah.
And
What if Jake can cut to 145?
He just cuts half of his body off. Like, how do you do that?
Jake brought the type of guy to cut off a limb to make a weight class.
do you think he could cut to? You think he could make 70?
170.
I don't think so.
Exactly. We're talking about Spain, Seattle, and Chicago, and these other places that we haven't been in a long time. A lot of big fights. I got something in the works right now. I'll drive you crazy. All you guys will be running around. I got something in the works that you will never see coming for 2025. That literally started to come together last night, and we got some fun stuff.
KSI and Logan Paul.
Oh, they're fighting again?
They're fighting on the same card.
Oh yeah, okay. I like Logan a lot. Great kid. Who in this room thinks that's a great fight?
He's fighting.
Raise your hands, please, if him and Dylan Dennis is a great fight. I know he's fighting. Nobody? Not one guy?
Dana White expressed concern that fighting Logan Paul could damage Conor McGregor's legacy. He worried McGregor might be remembered more for spectacle matches than his achievements in the UFC.
Conor McGregor literally would fight anybody. I've dealt with 1,000 fighters. This isn't the right fight for me at this time. This isn't that. This isn't this. This kid, we've been in the house that he was renting. And when I think it was when Jose fell out, he literally, this is what he said to us. I don't give a who you get. I'm going to work out. When you figure it out, call me and let me know. Conor McGregor is a unicorn. Yes, he's funny. He's got the personality. He's got that thing. But at the end of the day, what people really loved about Conor McGregor, he never turned down a fight. There's video footage of me and Lorenzo standing in his house. He just wakes up in his underwear. He's been training for a fight. The fight's off. Conor spent loads of his own money. We told him, you see him sort of absorb it for a minute. He's like, well, I'm going to the gym. Call me later and let me know who I'm fighting. That's what people like. You can have all the fucking personality and all this shit. People love killers. Conor was.
With regard to Conor McGregor, what is the holdup with his return?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, the Ultimate Fighter was over back in August, and I can't imagine the plan was for him to be out as long as he's been.
Well, first problem was that he broke that shin bone. He was recovering from that. That was one of the reasons we had it on. The other problem is he's fucking rich. Conor McGregor doesn't need money.
So are we at a point here where Conor McGregor may never fight for the UFC? Can you say that?
If you had shitloads of money, would you be sitting here right now asking me this fucking question?
No.
No, you would not. That just answered your question.
Well, I answered no. So you're saying there's a chance that Conor McGregor will not fight again for the UFC?
I don't know. Conor McGregor's got a lot of money.
He's actually been one of the easiest guys to deal with.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah. Listen, Conor McGregor would be perfect if he showed up everywhere on time. I mean, if he did that, he'd literally be the perfect guy to work. Yeah, it's just, it's all part of his thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, we have a great relationship, and he's been great to work with.
I mean, on paper, this sounds fantastic, right? This is going to be a great fight. But then you think about who's fighting. Arguably two of the greatest marketers in martial arts history. Of course, we have McGregor, who can sell tickets with his eyes closed, and Logan Paul, who's going to use all of his social media power to get everyone under the age of 15 to buy the pay-per-view. And I think every single person knows exactly how this is going to play out. This fight is going to be set sometime in late 2025 or 2026. McGregor's going to start talking shit early, make personal attacks, yada, yada, yada. Logan's gonna make it his entire personality and keep posting videos on social media to promote it and also make some